There's a ripple of joy and life in his voice. He says, remember your Creator. He says, remember what you were created for. Remember the Garden of Eden. There's more joy in his voice as he continues. He says, the world is broken. Yes, the environment of Eden has changed, but your purpose in Eden hasn't changed. And then he gets a little bit more emphatic, and he says, you might be tempted to think that you need something more than your relationship with God to be proven worthy or lovable or credible or valued, but you don't. You might be tempted to believe that you've got to make something for yourself. You got to, through your work and possessions, you've got to prove significance and find some sense of fulfillment. You might be tempted to believe that you need more than the wisdom and direction from God to figure out how to be satisfied in this life, to fully live, to find out what life is really about. And sometimes what God says to you may seem actually pretty small and insignificant compared to the noise of the world, but his voice is all you need. You will be tempted, the sage says, to use the created things in the life under the sun, food and drink and work and sex and relationship, to use those in wrong ways and to try to satisfy and fulfill your heart's longing. But you don't need to misuse them. They're good gifts for you to delight in and enjoy, not to be misused, to find meaning and value. You will be tempted, he says, actually, to despair and think that death is the end. But it's not the end, he says. The Creator is not content to leave Eden withering away. A great restoration and healing is coming.